everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm coming at you with a romance recommendations video. So I'll just get right into it then. So the first book that I want to recommend to you is The Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang, and I just think that this is such a cute book. Like, the premise is like, so basically this book follows Stella, who has Asperger's, which is a form of autism, and Michael. And okay, let me tell you what this is about. So Stella, she's a smart girl. She's got this. However, she is not really good at relationships and things like that. So, and her way around the bedroom, she doesn't know because of her autism. And she hires a male escort to teach her. And it's about their romance. And this is actually such a wholesome book. I mean, it's pretty smutty. But besides that, like, this is the most wholesome romance that I've ever read. And it's just so cute. It's adorable. You want to take the characters and just like keep them. Yes, this is a book that I feel like a lot of people know, a lot of people have heard about, and there is reason for it. It is so cute. I highly recommend this book. Another book that I recommend is a sports romance, and it is called The Wall of Winnipeg and Me, and it is by Mariana Zapata. I also recommend the book that comes after this, which is about one of the characters in this book, but I would recommend to read this one first. In this one, you follow Aiden and Vanessa. Vanessa works for Aiden, who is a big shot football player, and she's his assistant, but then she quits her job, and like a month after that, he's coming begging for her to come back to work. She didn't even think that he noticed her like as a person. He never like treated her that well or anything. Didn't even say hi to her when she would say hi or good morning or anything like that. And now he's like begging to have her back, and it is their romance. The next book that I recommend is a fantasy romance, and this is A Court of Silver Flames. This is like the 5th book in a series, but you really do not, like, I promise you, you do not have to read the other 4. This one is the one that I'm recommending because the romance in here is so good. Like, it follows Nesta and Cassian. And basically what happens is Nesta's been acting a darn fool. And her sister is like, you need to get yourself together. So you're going to go, you're going to live with Cassian in this place, you're going to train with him, and you're going to work at a library sometime. And that's just what you're going to have to do to get yourself together. So her and Cassian live together, they're stuck together, he has to train her. So if you like the forced proximity trope, you got it. Oh, Cassian is really good for Nesta. Nesta has a lot of mental health issues as well, like depression and all of that stuff. So if you like growth arcs like that, I 10 out of 10 recommend. And this also is a pretty steamy book. People seem to like that about this book, so I'm just throwing that out there. If you like things like that. And yeah, this is enemies to lovers, sort of. Because I don't think Cassian like completely hates her at the beginning of the book, but Nesta pretty much hates everyone at the beginning of the book. She is not having a jolly good time, and I rated it 5 stars. I really recommend this as well. I'm just throwing a bunch of different types of romance books at you so you can find what you need. A funny lovers to enemies to lovers romance I would recommend to you is You Deserve Each Other by Sarah Hogel. And some people have a problem with this book, and I think that is because of the beginning. Like, but once you get past like the first 100 pages, I think that the book is really good. It's really funny. Basically, you have fiancés, and neither of them wants to get married, but whoever breaks off the engagement first has to pay for everything that's already been prepped for the wedding. So they prank each other to try to get the other person to break up with them, and this is their romance. And I recommend this book if you're new to romance. This was actually the first romance book that I ever finished all the way through. Like, before that, you couldn't get me to read a romance. And after this book, I was like, oh, I'll read all the romance, everything. So yes, I recommend that. This is a really, really lighthearted book, which I'm now going to recommend you a heartbreaking book, which is Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. And this book I rated 5 out of 5 stars. It was so good, but it's also really heartbreaking at the same time, and I'll just let you know what it's about. So basically, you follow Miles and Tate, and Tate is in more of a physical relationship with Miles right now, but she wants more because she's like falling for him, and she can feel herself falling for him, but he's not willing to give her what she needs because he has vowed to never fall in love again. And so you kind of get two love stories in one with this one, because you get Miles's past and you understand why he doesn't want to fall in love anymore. Like eventually, like it leads up to there. And you follow Tate in the present, and she's trying to get Miles to open up, and she's trying to get him to like return her feelings and love her, because that's what she wants and that's what she needs. And it's a good book, but once you find out like what happens, and both of them start hurting so much emotionally, and it's ripped my soul out. I swear, it ripped my whole soul out. And the last book, which is I Wanted to Kill You, but guess I can't do that since I actually like you now. That would be The Shadows Between Us by Trisha Levenseller. And basically, you follow Alessandra, who wants to marry the Shadow King and, like, seduce him, obviously, in order to marry him. And then she wants to kill him because she wants to be the queen. And I really like this character because she's really sure of herself and what she knows and all that stuff. So if you really like strong female protagonists, I'd say this one and A Court of Silver Flames. Well, she's kind of like more angry than strong, but still strong. Anyway, yes, I really recommend this book for you. So I think I've recommended a pretty decent amount of different romances. You have an I Wanted to Kill You romance, you have a sad romance, you have a lovers enemies to lovers romance, you have a fantasy romance, and you have the Kiss Quotient, which is like a wholesome romance, and you have the Wall of Winnipeg and Me, which is a sports romance. So I hope that at least one of these will be for you. And thank you for watching this video. I'm so glad that you did. And if you watched it this far, then let me know which out of these sounds the most appealing to you in the comments. And I upload every single Monday at noon. And I will see you next week. As always, down below, I will have my Instagram link down below, my Barnes & Noble wishlist, Amazon wishlist, as well as links to a few donations you can make to give others the gift of reading. Bye!